I just got this OYAYO foldable piano and I'm very excited to try it out. It does not come with this stand, but I love that it can go on a stand. It opens up like that, snaps into place. If you want to collapse it again, you just press this button and it folds back up. It's very light, just under 9 pounds. It comes with a sustain pedal. It is made of plastic, but it doesn't click. It also comes with a music stand that just pops in right here. I'm going to leave it off though so that you can see properly. There's a power adapter that is a USB type, but you don't need it all the time because it can hold a charge for up to 4 hours. And it all fits in this nice little case. Okay, let's try it out. We have 88 full-size keys. They're semi-weighted, not fully weighted. I'm just going to play some scales. Overall, it's pretty decent. I would say that the notes could come out a little bit clearer. It's a little bit muddy and the sounds sort of blend together a little bit more than on a higher quality keyboard. The tone is decent. I would say that it is a little bit tinnier than what I would call acceptable for performance purposes, but I think it would be good to practice on. I'm gonna let go of the pedal now. So the fade out is a little bit more abrupt than what you would have on a higher end digital piano or an acoustic piano. But this is honestly pretty nice to play for something that's under 9 pounds and is so portable. I'm gonna try playing one of my songs. It's a little bit hard to get like a consistent volume out of your playing. Like the balance between the hands is harder to achieve than on my other digital piano or on an acoustic piano. Part of that is because this song uses a lot of black keys, and so I'm playing closer to where the fallboard would be than on if I were on the white keys. So I'm going to try transposing that to white keys and see how it compares. That was easier, so I think that your mileage may vary depending on what it is you're trying to play. So if you're just starting to learn piano, I think that the sound that you get out of this might not make you feel like things are going as well. But I think that this could actually be pretty useful depending on what your goals are and what you're going to use it for. For me, as someone who tours, I could see this being really handy to have in a hotel room so that I could practice before a show. You might be able to use it in situations like busking, you know, because it doesn't require a power source. But again, I wouldn't call it a performance quality instrument, and I think that your ability to practice on it would probably depend on what you're wanting to practice. Like for me, I'm a singer-songwriter, so that I think would be fine, but if you're a concert pianist, you might want to look elsewhere. That being said, I feel like if you're a concert pianist, you probably aren't even considering playing on this. I'm gonna play some of the demos so that you can get more of an idea of what the sound is like. One big important thing that it took me a little bit to figure out was what they call in the user manual the knob. It's the volume wheel, and if you press it, then you can navigate through different functions. When you get to the function that you want to use, say like vibrato, you press again, and then it lets you change the setting. So I turned vibrato on. With the demos, there's this teaching mode that you can do. On teaching mode, there are two different options. There's A mode and B mode. And if you're on A mode, it will play any of the demos, just the left-hand part, and you're supposed to play the right-hand part, but it doesn't actually teach you how to play the right-hand part. And at least in A mode, you can press any key, and as long as you do it to the rhythm that it's supposed to happen at, it'll play the notes. So here's what that looks like with For Elise. And so I can play... My point is, that's not very useful. There's a metronome function that does 1/4 through 4/4. There are these rhythms that you can play along to. There are a whole bunch of them. And then it has quite a lot of different voices that you can use. Under the button says tone. So my overall verdict on this instrument is pretty positive. It exceeded my expectations for sure, and it's way better than a rollout keyboard. I think the usefulness of it really depends on what your goals are, what you're planning to use it for. I could see where maybe if you have just an acoustic piano, but sometimes you want to be able to practice a little bit earlier or later in the day when you might risk disturbing other people, it could be useful to have this, you know, just in your closet to whip out and fiddle around on quietly. And I think it would also be nice if you were, say, in the middle of writing a song and you were taking a trip to the coast or something and just wanted to be able to continue working on something. The main selling point here is definitely that it's extremely portable, so if that is what you're looking for, I think that this is actually a pretty good deal.
Rough time of year, does it get to you too? When it rains and it rains, and your shoes never dry. I stay inside with my veins full of glue, and I stick to a screen till my